Hey everybody, welcome to Noir Bar. Day one of a Christmas time celebration. And joining me tonight at the bar, keeping me company is Far. How you doing?
There's only one day of Christmas, Polly?
No, there's 12. It's 12.
No.
Chat, there's 12 days of Christmas. The song makes it clear. That's why there's presents for every day, fa la 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 la, and all that. Like that's Christmas ends on January 6th. That's Epiphany. That's how it works. Those are the 12 days of Christmas.
Right.
Zombie Teddy asks, is Quaaludes is still the password to get in? It was, and then
Like a month ago. Holy fuck, man.
yeah, see, you weren't wrong. You're just a little bit out of date. It's fine. I forget what the password is.
I mean, we'll accept it because we know your face, but holy fuck, man.
Ask Evil One.
Just this once.
Evil One's the door checker. You should ask him what the new password is. I forget. See, I've been drinking. Oh, crap. Oh, shit. Knocking shit over
Whoa.
and just fuck. Okay. It's fine. Recovery.
The new password is palm reading.
This... Is it?
Yes.
The password is fraudulent.
The password is, this is fake, yo.
Pinkala says, Merry Boxing Miss. I like that. That's good. See,
Happy Boxing Day.
I was having this conversation with some people. I am amazed that American retailers haven't picked up Boxing Day as a thing. I'm not saying anyone else. I'm saying retailers. They come up with any excuse for a sale. There's President's Day sales. There's Black Friday, Cyber Monday, fucking Arbor Day sales, National Secretary's Day sales. Like, they're just relentless. Why would they not adopt, like, in like the UK, there's Boxing Day sales. In Australia, there's Boxing Day sales. Why wouldn't American retailers, why would they let that one go?
Dunno.
Especially like when you want to sell
really
off the
don't
stuff
know.
that you have in stock that you couldn't get rid of for Christmas.
Yeah, I'm still surprised that you guys don't have it listed as Boxing Day.
I mean, it's
You know?
because it at least you can call it something as opposed to the day after Christmas. I mean, that's
Yeah,
all
the
it
day after
means. So
it's
why
Boxing
not?
Day. You know, it's when you go outside and you start boxing the kangaroos, right?
Is that why?
Yeah.
I actually,
No, it's not.
yeah, that's totally it. I actually looked up what the origin of Boxing Day was, and it's one of those origins that, the things you come to expect. It's like, it's possible it comes from the Middle English box un da, where blah, 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 like all pure guesswork. There is no actual answer, So if anyone ever tells you the reason is X, they're wrong.
Yeah, although I'm still thinking it's probably more just like, yeah, you're boxing everything up, you know?
I mean, that's the easy explanation, but unfortunately,
Yeah.
It is Boxing Day, says Gen T Maxi. Yeah. Is it still Boxing Day for you? Is it prior to midnight?
Yeah, prior to midnight.
There you go.
Because I'm on the West Coast. So, yeah.
So I was telling people about this earlier on. Ebony says, I rarely take advantage of sales, so it bothers me none. No, I get that idea. I mean, I've never gone and bought a mattress on all the mattress sales on President's Day, but I mean, I'm certainly aware they exist, for God's sake.
They sell mattresses on President's Day?
I don't know what it is. There's a lot of mattress stores. I don't even understand how a store that sells nothing but mattresses, or, International Mattress Warehouse or Patriotic Mattress, and it's like you'll go to them and they're huge, massive warehouses. I can't even imagine what their rent is. And all you sell is mattresses? You sell enough of them to stay in business for, how long does your average person keep a mattress for? Fucking years. I don't understand the entire industry. But, whatever. For Gilcado, it's the 27th over there on the east coast of Australia. But I'll tell you something we have in common. Because it's Christmas Day here. Well, no, not anymore. It's not. But it's okay, so it's the day after Christmas here. It's soon to be no longer Boxing Day for Far, and it is no longer Boxing Day for Gilcado and everybody else. But what we all have in common is that it is still within the 12 days of Christmas. Yes, that's right. I was watching a video today, okay, from your boy Zach, Richard C. Meyer, excuse me, C. And he's talking about reviewing a comic, and it's like this. He posts this video in the middle of the afternoon on Christmas fucking day, and he's complaining. He goes, "When I was a kid, everything about Christmas was done Christmas Eve. Our Christmas dinner was done Christmas Eve. We opened the presents Christmas Eve. That's when we sat around the tree, etc. Like that was the time. The next day, actual Christmas Day, it was over. It was done. It's a wrap. That's it." So like Christmas Day, here I am as an adult, and I'm thinking, why aren't the stores open? Why aren't people posting content on YouTube? Let's go. Why is the world ground to a halt? Christmas is over. And that was like the saddest fucking thing I've heard in a long time. It's like, it's the middle of fucking December 25th, and you're complaining, let's go, this thing is over.
What is he, Japanese?
Well, what is he, far with the black-heartedness? I mean, it's just...
Wow. Hey! Hey! What the fuck, man?
Well,
That's hurtful.
Well, I'm just saying, there's and I called Far on this the other day. It's like you guys should hear her in Discord. She gives more than she gets, and then she comes on here and she plays the victim. It's sad. It's sad, really. You heard of Just Some Guy? Yeah, of course, Ebony. Yeah, Just Some Guy's a great content creator. Fantastic. He does his own thing as a comic book reviewer. I really dig that. And personally took on Mark Waid in an awesome way, and good reviews and everything. I'm a fan. The East Coast is Beast Coast?
No, that's West Coast. Best Coast.
Oh. Well, it's not what he spelled. I'm saying. Why is the East Coast so beastly, man? I'm in the Eastern time zone. It's not beastly.
Because they take everything from us.
Yeah. Mattress industry, have you considered hotels, Expo? No, I hadn't. Good call, Expo Hotel. But do you really believe that hotel industries, the hotels generally change their mattresses very often? I wouldn't assume so.
Oh God, no. No, I don't think they do.
I mean, that's an industry where they need a lot of mattresses, fair enough, but... I mean, you ever checked out their blankets and everything but a super high-end hotel? They're like the thickest, most resilient, rugged linen ever, so they can wash it and bleach it every day and not have it fall apart, right?
Yeah.
Which also means it's not terribly comfortable, because it's like sleeping in between sheets of paper. Just saying. Ugh, hold on, I'm just reaching for something. Get my freedom stick out of the way here.
Freedom stick?
My AR.
Oh my God.
I'm just reaching to plug something in. It's fine. There we go. You should.
Okay.
You should see. Yeah, you should see under my desk. It's a fucking rat's nest of fucking cords and wires and plugs, and I had to lean down there to plug something in, and it's like leaning into a giant electronic.
So it's a fire hazard.
No. It's just messy. There's all the there's no triple loaded sockets or any kind of crap like that down there.
Sure. Sure.
Dr. No asked, what did I get for Christmas? What I got for Christmas is dealing with a bunch of screaming children. Oh my God.
What did you call them? The trio of terror?
Yeah.
The triad?
Yeah, that's right. It was the triad of terror. Oh man. Oh, just yelling and yelling and yelling. I'm seriously thinking of proposing that we change this idea that Christmas is for the children. I say, no, fuck it. Christmas is for the adults. Because kids just scream and yell and shit. Log in.
So basically you're saying, yeah, fuck the kids. Fuck the kids. This is for me now.
What? Yes.
You just polydub, ruiner of childhood, Scott.
I am not a ruiner. No, that's Disney.
No, I think you're trying to give Disney a run for its money.
In terms of ruining childhoods? Hey, listen, I don't think that anybody who... Hey, go away. Pop-up ads are the worst, am I right? I don't think any child that had a wonderful Christmas as a child deserves to have it taken from them the way Disney took everyone's childhood from them. I mean, oh my God, Manic. Is Manic in chat right now? Is she in the bar?
I here.
Oh. Well, that is...
Oh, no, she is.
Thank you very much, Manic. That is an incredibly generous tip for your bartender. I was... had a conversation with Monkey and Jack after Monkey in the Morning... Was that yesterday?
Hmm.
I think it was.
I didn't watch it.
I think it was. When we went off stream, it was like, I feel bad when people will say, like, here's $5 for your bourbon fund or something like that. And, like, I totally don't end up spending it on bourbon. I spend it on, like, you know, real basic bills. And Monkey's like, right? I was like, no, seriously. Like, it's... And Jack's like, yeah, I'm going to go buy some of that, like, Starkist tuna, the bourbon edition, because I'm totally not buying food with the money you give me so I don't starve this week. I was like, yeah, I know. Some people are, everybody's extremely generous, and Manic, your tip to the bartender there is greatly and deeply appreciated. The I don't think people realize when they say, like, support the show, how a lot of that means so I can be here instead of, like, doing, like, driving Uber Eats for extra cash so I don't have to buy groceries on credit again this week, like that kind of thing. The life of a grad student. And make no mistake, that's how we live, unless you're like a trust fund baby or something, you know. Hashtag Polly steals Christmas from children. No. I'm reclaiming it for the adults. It's different. See, one would make me a Grinch, the other one makes me a hero. What's the little kid in the Grinch story that wakes up and sees the Grinch stealing all the stuff? Betty Lou Who?
Cindy Lou Who?
Cindy Lou. Yeah, not Betty. Cindy Lou Who. Yeah. Okay, she's a little adorable kid, but it should be like, hey, this isn't for you. Go away. It's like how kids have to go to bed during the adult party. How about that? How about that? That it's like an adult party. You don't let kids hang out where the adults are standing around drinking. There should be a certain part of the day that's a portion just for the adults. How about that?
I thought that was the night.
Yeah, I guess. But after you've dealt with kids all day long, everybody just kind of wants to go to sleep, I think. Yeah.
I don't really deal with kids on Christmas.
Well, you're lucky. Because they're... Have you ever heard this old joke that never get a kid something that makes a noise, like as a present?
Yeah, oh god.
Because they'll just press the button again and again and again until the battery dies or whatever the fuck. Yeah, it's not a rumor. It's true. I didn't buy those kids.
I was that kid. I still am.
Well, like so many things, right? When you're the one making the noise, it's not obnoxious. It's when you're the one having to listen to the noise being made that it becomes obnoxious. Hey, Blind Press, Merry Christmas. Or, yeah, you're in Canada. Merry Boxing Day. Zombie Teddy says, I got a bottle of bourbon from the nurses here. St. Elmo cherry and vanilla flavored bourbon. I never even heard of it. St. Elmo. Interesting. But I mean, those are some generous nurses. Oh yeah, so check this out, y'all. I was telling some people about this. I went out to buy a bottle of bourbon, and Maker's is my preferred weapon of choice. But hey, man, it was a little expensive because of the store that I was at. So I ended up buying a much less expensive kind of bourbon. Still a nice one, Buffalo Trace. It's still Kentucky straight. It's not low end Jim Beam. No offense to the bar patron named Jim Beam who comes by. I mean the bourbon Jim Beam. It's rather watery. It's not that low down. But guess what my parents gave me for Christmas? A 1.75 liter bottle of Maker's Mark. Holy shit, is that thing big? I mean, fucking huge. I'm happy as hell.
Polly's parents funding his alcoholism.
They're not. They're encouraging festivity.
Yeah, supporting your alcoholism.
Like, just Mustafa says I got to hang out with old people for Christmas, so you know, not much different. Yeah, I can see that. Very old people being like very young people in that they're requiring constant attention, always trying to grab your attention. You know, mom. Oh my God, did I hear that a lot today? Right?
Oh god, are they still doing that?
Well, they're toddlers, right? So
Oh yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Is she still responding immediately though?
Yes, and I think it is a mistake. Because when you respond immediately, like, is that not teach? I don't have kids, so I don't know. That's why I said I think it's a mistake. Like, if you respond to kids immediately, isn't that teaching them that you can always get, if you want my attention, all I got to do is say mom, and you got it?
Yeah,
But,
well, here's the thing. Sometimes, yeah, you can do that, but there's other times where it's kind of like, maybe you shouldn't. Just maybe.
well, you know what? I say that, and then it's like everyone's been at a store, like at Walmart or whatever, and you hear mom, mom, mom. So it's not like they learn the lesson anyway. They'll just keep doing it anyway. I mean, Blind Press, you got kids. You tell us. What's the best thing to do? Ignore the kids that are momming you to death, or answer them right away? I heard a lot of no, 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 no today, Ex-Baba Hotep says. Yeah, I bet you did. What was the... My mom told another boomer joke. My mom has slipped into telling dad jokes, and I'm not liking it. She's like, oh, I got another one. Oh, Far. Jesus. I got one for you.
No.
Yeah. Because it'll only make sense to the Aussies and the Brits. I had to have it explained to me. My mom says, I got a British joke about Christmas. I'm like, okay. Because it should be good. She said, who was the warmest athlete at the Winter Olympics?
Alright. Okay.
The long jumper.
I really don't have anything for that. Wow, okay.
I'm like, I was like, I don't get it. Like, it was my first remark. She says, well, okay, see, you don't understand. In Britain, jumpers, I was like, oh, right, I remember that. Aussies call them jumpers too. Right. Okay. And I was like, but the long jump isn't an event at the Winter Olympics.
Oh my god.
that's the least of your problems with that joke.
Yeah, that's the least of your problems? Really? But the long jump isn't an event. Yeah, no. No shit. Doesn't make the rest of it any better. Oh, Jesus.
The Blind Press says even the Aussie doesn't get it. Yeah, right. I just
no, like, I get it. It's just like
stunned into silence.
Yeah, like I don't have anything witty to say about that, you know?
Yeah.
That's more of an okay, moving on sort of deal.
Yeah. Well, what was okay? So I already told Far and Zelthor this one. The first time I realized my mom was telling dad jokes, it was rough, man. It was Christmas Eve, and she's like, "Okay, oh, I got a good joke." I'm like, "You do?" Press an X, right?
Oh God.
Why does the turkey play in the band? Because he has drumsticks.
That's still better than the fucking long jump one, though. You know?
I'm kicking you from your own bar. You can't. I'm reporting these so-called alleged jokes. I'm not responsible for them. The bar broke. Yeah, it was a long time of silence. Elephant in the room. Merry Christmas to you as well. I mean, am I the only one that wants Christmas to go like? Okay, so I've been doing a lot of reading about colonial Christmas, like late colonial era, Revolutionary War era, early Republic era. That like 50-year time period holds a lot of interest for me, and I was reading about their traditions of Christmas, which were very British, very English, and Irish in their style, Scottish as well. They didn't do the anticipatory thing running up to Christmas like we do. Like people complain about like Christmas being pushed back too early. It was like Christmas started on Christmas Eve and then ran through to the 6th. There's your 12 days of Christmas right there. And there wasn't the big anticipation beforehand. So I don't know, Far, would that make you happier with the, instead of the constant trees everywhere and Christmas carols everywhere, that stuff happened, but it happened after Christmas, like starting then, not starting at the beginning of December or some shit?
No.
That would make you happier?
No.
Why not?
Because it builds up to Christmas, which is one day, and then after that, it's fine.
See, this is where you get the rumors about you starting in your little black heart. Right?
My little black heart, huh?
Yeah, I have often proposed that I'm going to write a webcomic called Far, the Black-Hearted Numbat. And it's going to be a comic based in around Far and her black-hearted exploits in the form of a Numbat avatar.
Oh, Jesus. Well, did we want to look at one of these WikiHows, or?
Yes, I do. Before we get into the WikiHows, I mean, we have some other things that we can touch on. Manic asked which was worse, dealing with your kids or dealing with your mom's jokes. The kids. Because mom's joke was like a punch to the gut, but then it was over with. The kids were like...
The kids last a long time.
Damn right they did. Like, it just went on and on and on and on and on. That was the problem, is that it was just hours and hours, and I could drink while I was there, but wine, and only in light amounts. Like, it's not like I could get stone fucking pass out drunk, which is
not with that attitude.
Well, at least not. I was drinking and I was relaxed. It certainly knocked the edge the hell off, which was a good thing. What was this one story? Oh yeah, here, look at this. You want to talk about a Christmassy story?
Yeah.
Look at screen share. Share screen. There's that. Sorry, chat, I'm just doing the double thing, sharing it for Far, and then showing it to y'alls's, and there it is.
What?
Gangster tortured and killed drivers over canceled Uber ride, says official.
What the fuck?
So this guy's, this gangster in Brazil his mom calls for an Uber, and the Uber ride doesn't come. So he went to the Uber organization and found out who was in the area that day, because you're all GPS organized and tracked, right? And the 4 people that clicked pass, because you when you're an Uber driver, you're going to click accept, like you're the one who's going to go pick that person up, right? All the 4 people that could have accepted it all declined it, so the ride didn't come. Right, so that guy went and found them and tortured them and killed them.
Yeah. Jesus. That seems like a really extreme reaction, you know?
Well, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's an asshole-ish thing, you know? But at the same time, dude.
I love that story, like, because it's just really, like, so if you're killing somebody over that, you have to imagine that you've killed people over, like, still some petty shit, but more vicious shit than that. Like, somebody who bumps into you at the grocery store and causes you to drop something. Okay, yeah, you're definitely going to have them and their whole family murdered. If you're willing to kill 4 Uber drivers...
Yeah.
And that's some other shit. That's rough as fuck. And I've heard of useless, worthless killings, but that one takes the cake.
Yeah, that's a pretty extreme one, you know?
I got a question for you, chat and Far. Are there 2 or 3 negatives in this sentence? Is it a double or a triple negative? Just the headline.
I don't know. What are they trying to get across?
That's okay. You're right. The first point we should probably rest upon is it's very unclear what you're saying.
Yeah, like, are you saying they can't track the gang members, or like that they can't afford to stop doing it, or
they're saying that it is for those who might suggest that we can afford to stop tracking gang members. You're fucking wrong. Is basically the crux of the article.
okay, well, why do they have the no in front of it then? So that's what's throwing me off.
It's just what I. But and that
yeah,
is.
if they didn't have the no, it'd just be New York City can't afford to stop tracking gang members.
Yeah.
Like, that's so simple. But
What-
you
why-
add the no in there, and then suddenly you're like,
Yeah.
the fuck is going on here?
But this is full blown New York Post opinion section. You know, my favorite tabloid, because it's not only trash in terms of content. It's no, New York City can't afford to stop tracking gang members. Okay, wait. So they should or shouldn't be tracking gang members. It's actually unclear.
Yeah, like that.
See, Loki says triple, and Dr. No says double. See, I go triple because it's like to stop, and I guess technically that's not a grammatic negative, but like, you know, to stop from doing something. You cannot stop from doing this thing. No, you cannot stop from doing this thing. You're a journalist, Raphael Manguel. What the fuck, man?
Oh, no, he's not. He's a New York Post writer. They're not journalists.
For those of you who've been around on Noir Bar, oh god damn it! Here, let me fix that. Do you hear that sound, everybody? Including you, Far?
No.
No? Okay, it might have just been playing for me. What we have here is.
Well, I don't have the audio up on the stream.
Oh yeah, of course you wouldn't. I guess you'd have to have the stream itself playing. This is
Yeah.
we've covered.
No, like, it's playing, it's just muted. Like,
If you, well, I'm sure chat heard it because I could hear it, which means it was going out over the desktop audio more than likely. So okay, what we have here is a rapper by the name of Blueface. Now, if you've hung out in Noir Bar for any amount of time, you know I love making fun of this guy because he's such a fucking clown. And this guy's peak clown, and he actually drives to one of the lowest down areas. You know that area of town? Like maybe you live in a place that's big enough, maybe not, where like there's homeless people all the time. Call it Skid Row or Bum Row or all sorts of things, right?
That's just Perth.
Ouch! Woo! That's just Perth. So he drives down there.
Not wrong either.
This video that's buffering eternally, it's not even that valuable of a video to see. This guy, Blueface, rolls down to like the hood, stands up on his fucking car roof, and throws money at all the homeless people there. And now, you would think throws money means like you would see in a video. You got some MC at like a strip joint or whatever, throwing money in the air. He's making it rain, and the money's like, you know, cascading down upon the people. The bills are falling. No, he's throwing the money at them like he's angry at them and wants to hurt them with the money. Like, it's this motherfucker here, take it, bitch! Like, it's...
Oh my god.
The video doesn't show it very clearly, unfortunately, the one that the New York Post got, but if you go on Twitter, you'll see, like, there was multiple people recording this guy acting this damn fool. And it's Blueface, you're a moron. And if you don't remember who we're talking about, this is the guy with the giant Ben Franklin tattooed on one of his cheeks. Because Ben Franklin's on the $100 bill and Blueface be all about them Benjamins.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That guy.
What a fucking moron.
What kills me is that you got people saying, look at all the fucking See, autoplay. See, here he is standing up on the roof of his own fucking SUV, getting ready to throw money at people. The problem is that in this video, the guy who's the camera's like ultra wobbly because I think he tried going for some of the money too. Goddamn autoplay videos. You see that? I've got Adblock Plus running, plus no script, plus, and somehow all these shill news sites still figure a way to get autoplay videos to fucking play. God damn it. Yeah. The 22-year-old rapper with a Benjamin Franklin tattoo on his cheek climbed atop.
Oh, God, he's 22?
Yeah. Why?
Oh
Would you think he was like 16 or 30? What was your...
No, I thought he was older.
No, he's 22.
Oh, my God. Dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
Climbed atop a black SUV and started tossing loose bills. That's a very nice way of putting it. Throwing it like he thought the money weighed a lot and could actually hurt them. And it racked up 234,000 views on his official Twitter. Yeah, that's probably why he did it. Who knows how much money was there? The performer is best known for his Billboard hits Thotiana and Respect My Crippin'.
Thotiana?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, it's what you think it is.
Oh my God.
And Respect My Crippin'. And in case you didn't realize, that's why he goes by the name Blueface. Because he's a Crip.
Dude. Dude. This guy, he's gonna end up dead in the gutter. I'm calling it now.
Yeah. So
I'm fucking calling it.
So, Rap All-Stars, who also shared the viral video clip, commenting, Blueface pulled up in the hood and made it rain. That's great. Or somebody else calls it, like, humiliating. Yeah, I'd say it's kind of humiliating.
Yeah, that is pretty fucking embarrassing.
Then you have, like, Culture Leech, DJ Academics commenting. They say a lot about Blueface, but they never mention that he was one of the most generous rappers in the game. Here he is humbly donating 50 grand to the less fortunate. Thank you, Blueface. You don't know it was 50 grand. Nobody knows how much it is. He's the only one who said that. Academics. It just... Whatever.
Calling academics, am I right?
Well, you donate the money to a shelter. You don't throw it directly at the people, you fucking drug-addled retard.
Yeah, it's just... The whole thing is very fucking bizarre, you know?
Dr. Nelson's rap is terrible. It's really not. It's just that this is the kind of stuff that you hear about, like, in popular media, and it makes it seem like it's, you know, everyone who does it's clown. And it's like, no, absolutely not. Just this guy's majorly clowning. Hold on, go over there. So we have a number of entertaining how-tos, because Wiki How-To is always filling us in on. Get rid of that. Tell me, Far, what would you like to know? Would you like to know how to pass a drug test? The Wiki How of how to pass a drug test. The Wiki How of how to read palms in 9 easy steps with pictures. Or 3 ways to tell the future, also with pictures.
Oh, the jail one's not there in the options?
No, I don't have how to get ready for jail. Yeah, no, I don't have that one up here. I mean, we talked about it. I don't think I opened the link.
Damn. Okay. Well,
chat.
palm reading then.
You want to do palm reading?
Yeah, because that, honestly, out of all those options, that sounds the funniest.
All right.
That, and we can totally try and read our own palms as we do it and see how bullshit it's gonna be.
There we go.
Read
How to
right
read
now.
palms. And you can do it with us, chat. And I'm into what? 3rd drink now? So this should be fun. Trying to drunkenly read palms.
That should be another one. How to read palms drunk.
Yeah, I'm down with it. Palm reading, otherwise known as palmistry, or cryomancy? Cryomancy?
What?
I don't know, right there. Cryomancy? Curiomancy? See it?
chiromancy?
Yeah. Has its roots in Indian astrology and Roman fortune telling. The objective is to evaluate a person's character or fortune by studying the palm of their hand. Whether you're in a
those are two very different things, though. Like Indian and then Roman.
Are you saying that this article's vague and possibly not accurate?
Yes.
Let's see. Tell a person's character or future by saying the palm of their hand, whether you're an aspiring palm reader or you're just looking for fun ways to pass the time and impress your friends. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to be really impressed. Even you can learn to gain insight.
Impressed, right, bar patrons? Right?
Even you can learn to gain insight just by holding someone's hand. Here you go. There's the real value to take away from this article, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's just an excuse to hold people's hands.
Yeah, you could say, I can read palms. You know, here, give me a hand, bitch. And you can like, you could do all sorts of like romantic, exotic hand strokes while you're pretending to read her palm. You know. Anyway, so deciphering the lines. Choose a hand. In palmistry, it is thought that for females, the right hand is what you're born with, and the left is what you've accumulated through life. For males, it's the other way around. Huh.
So wait, so it's the right hand
is what you're born with for women. Yeah. And
the left is what you accumulate?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And for men, if you're doing this out there, the left hand is what you're born with, and the right is what you've accumulated through your life. Okay. That being said, you can also choose whichever hand is dominant to be your past-present life hand.
Are you serious? So
Yeah.
that doesn't even matter. That doesn't even fucking matter.
Well, apparently there's two different schools of thought inside of choreography or whatever they call
Roman
it.
and the Indian?
Yeah, well. Okay, well, hold on. It says, like, you choose whichever dominant hand is your present past life hand. There you go. Oh, thank you, Unholy Reaper, for the bar tip.
Past life hand?
Well,
Sorry.
Well,
Sorry. Read it out.
Thank you for the tip, Unholy Reaper. Fuck you, Polly. During yesterday's show, the men and women at the range were trying to make their cheeks clap and fuck you again, because after the show yesterday, the guys at the range were obsessed with a clusterfuckery that is WikiHow. It is a giant clusterfuckery. That's you're not wrong. Okay. Like Unholy Reaper, there's a reason we keep coming back, because there's people out there that.
This is so much.
Do you know how many?
There is so much.
Do you know how many views these people get?
But not just that, but it's so funny. Like finding things where you're like, I hope no one takes this seriously. But you know, there's at least one person out there that has found this article and followed it to the letter. You know?
How would you? It just gave you two completely different ways to go about this thing.
No, but I'm just saying, like, because again, I fully believe that WikiHow is targeted towards like 14-year-olds.
Right.
So you know that there is a 14-year-old out there who has found this article on how to read palms, and they have taken it 100% seriously.
Wait a minute. If it's based or focused on 14-year-olds, how do you explain the how to get ready for jail WikiHow?
I don't know.
I mean, there's youth authority, admittedly, but...
Yeah, but I'm saying, though, it's like that weird thing of like a 14-year-old thinking they're going to go to jail, but they have no idea how the law works.
Right.
So it's like, oh shit, I need to know how to prepare for jail. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is what you got to do, right? Like, it doesn't have to necessarily make sense. It's just the fact that 14-year-olds are going to find weird shit. They're going to get weird ideas into their heads. They're going to look it up. And WikiHow is going to be at the top of their search.
Oh, there, Mustafa was nice enough to look it up. It's chiromancy. Chiromancy. The supposed prediction of a person's future from interpreting the lines on the palms of their hands or palmistry. It's good. And Unholy Reaper, Polly and Far, go to hell, both of you. This shit is burned into my mind.
You knew what you were getting into. Come on.
Right? I mean...
You knew exactly what you were going to get into when you played us on those speakers. Come on.
What's the ex Bubba Hotep has posted my link if you want to be so generous as to tip your bartender to support the show, and also the link to Far's merch shop where you can still get the Pocket Fetus Christmas edition. It's available.
Yeah, still available.
Buy your shit.
Buy my shit.
I don't know. Who is it that said you might have to find a new range? Oh, Manic. Yeah, you might have to find a new range on Holy Reaper. Because, listen, once your reputation is ruined there, that's the guy who made us listen to all this. What the hell were we?
From the sounds of it, though, it sounded like they enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You know?
It was, fuck you, because after the show yesterday, you guys at the range were... Okay, yeah, I'm trying to remember, because we did the one on how to steal... Oh, how to know if your boyfriend's female friend is trying to steal him away. Yeah.
Yeah, how to tell if she's trying to steal your man.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I mean, they sound like they enjoyed it. So it's like, I wouldn't think it's that big of a deal. You know?
Well, let's see what's going on here. So this one is...
I hope we get played again, because...
That being said, you could also choose whichever hand is dominant to be your past-present hand. So there you go. There's a combination of the Roman and Indian. You're a Roman, but in a past life you were an Indian, so it connects.
It's the best of both worlds.
Yes. There are different schools of thought on this matter. Some say that the left hand shows potential, what, blah, blah, blah. You know what? I'm going to go with the first one you said, just to make it simple. I'm a male, so that'd be...
The first one. Okay, so I'm right hand, you're left hand. That's what you're born with?
Yeah,
right?
Left hand you're born with, right hand you accumulate for males, other way around for females. Yeah, so it's the
opposite for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's your line. Identify the four major... So left hand, what I'm born with. Let's find out if I'm born with a short life or something crazy like that.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So 1...
There may be breaks in them, or they may be short, but at least 3 of them are there. Number 1, the heart line. Wow, is it ever crazy shaped, man?
I don't really have it.
Okay, so 2 is the headline. All right, got it. 3 is the lifeline.
Oh my god.
I have 5 distinct lines, not 4. Like 5, like absolutely distinct lines.
Oh wait, no. Okay, so no, mine are just weirdly shaped as well. Because I'm like looking at it, but I'm comparing it like a right hand to a left hand. So it's kind of like that's where I'm getting that's short.
Oh, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4,
weirdly shaped.
5. 5, and the 5th one branches off twice. So I've got like...
Yeah, like, you know the first one, like, it curves down in the image. Mine just curves up.
Okay.
Okay, so that's... Right. The headline.
Oh yeah, we forgot the booty clap in WikiHow too. Unholy Reaper had to see 50-year-old men trying to clap their booties.
Wait a minute. Wait, so I don't have a headline?
Loki's a zombie or a ghost because they don't have a lifeline at all.
The lifeline.
Well, let's start...
I have a lifeline. I don't have a headline. So I have no head.
Let's hope that doesn't count for intelligence or something. So your heart line is...
Just you wait.
Well,
that explains why I'm shit at math.
Well, we know that you're like black-hearted far, so it's like your heart line short and extremely jagged.
No, my heart line is actually really long.
Oh, really? So you're gonna have a long life of black-pilling people?
I have a big heart, Polly.
Sorry, it's not a small black heart. It's a large black heart. All right.
Exactly.
Okay. So
I hate everyone equally. Okay.
Nice. Okay, so let's run with the topmost line. That's the heart line.
Yeah, the heart line.
This line can be read in either direction, from the pinky finger to the index finger, vice versa, depending on the tradition being followed. It's believed to indicate emotional stability, romantic perspectives, depression, cardiac health. The basic interpretations are as follows. Begins with the index finger. All right.
Okay.
Selfish when it comes to love. No,
okay,
that's not really me, actually.
That's where mine starts.
Is it? So you're
index finger?
You selfish bitch.
I am a selfish bitch, apparently.
No, I got the second one. What's the second one? Falls in love easily.
Aww.
quickly when it happens, but not easily as in like every other day. So,
What, you don't just look at some random woman down the street and you're like, I'm in love now.
no. Straight and short, less interested in romance. Okay, well, that's not me. For everyone out there is like that. So that's, and what's the last one? Touches lifeline. Heart is broken easily. So this is the incel shape right here.
Oh God.
Just saying.
Incels beware. You think you got an incel? Check their palm.
Nicholas DeLay says, "Hey Polly, Hallmark is fascist. Ask Salon." Did Salon write an article on all of the fascist Hallmark Christmas specials? I've just heard so many people bitching about them online. Like CNN did a story on how there's a rancor going on social media about how exclusionary and predominantly white and heteronormative Hallmark holiday specials are. And they canceled that lesbian one, so, you know, not all that stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if Salon called them fascist over it. Okay. Long and curvy. Freely expresses emotions and feelings. So a whore. Okay, got it. Straight and parallel to the head. Good handle on emotions. Oh, that's not me.
So the first one, I'm a whore. Got it.
No, we're still in the same one.
Makes
Wavy.
sense.
Many relationships, lovers, absence of serious relationships. Well, that's the same picture. It's not wavy at all. Oh, this one wavy. The one beneath it. Okay.
Yeah.
Broken line. Emotional trauma.
Oh shit! You were born with emotional trauma.
Oh yeah, this is born with, not over time. Right.
Yeah, this is born with. So you're born with emotional trauma? What
Yeah.
the fuck, man?
Oh, this one's all
kind of fucked up.
small lines crossing it are also emotional trauma. Well, that's me like crazy. There's all sorts of hatching along my heart line.
Yeah, same.
Like crazy amounts of hatching.
I mean, yeah, I've got the same thing going on, so it's like... Okay, I guess we were born with emotional trauma. Got it.
Mustafa says because black people care that much about Hallmark movies. You know what? That's a good point because it's not all white people who are watching Hallmark movies, but everyone who is watching a Hallmark movie is mostly white. You know what I mean? I get your point. It's like them Tyler Perry movies really need to be more diverse. They're leaving out the Samoan contingent. It's because so many Samoans watch Tyler Perry. Let's just face it. So many people other than black people watch Tyler Perry. It just doesn't happen. No, not all black people watch Tyler Perry, but let's be honest, that's the demographic keeping that man in business. Okay, examining the headline. Well, shit.
Oh, so I'm kind of out of this because I don't really have a headline.
Like from the side of from the webbing of your thumb, that's where the line's supposed to come from.
That's where it is.
Like, do you even have one?
No, that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
don't have a headline.
Neither do I.
Huh?
Like the blue line right here. We're looking at the same one, right? I don't have that line at all.
Yeah, I don't really either.
On either hand.
I have it on my left.
Well,
it's very short.
You were born with it. Okay, well maybe it
it's on
says
my
something.
right if I'm born with it.
Maybe it says something about it if it's not there.
I don't think it's going to. I don't think it's going to.
A curved sloping line is creativity. A wavy line is short attention span. Deep long line is clear and focused.
What's it gonna be like? It's gonna say like, yeah, if you don't have a headline, you're fucking dead.
Emotional crisis, broken, inconsistencies in thought, multiple crosses, momentous decisions. Okay, so apparently I'm having my thoughts fed to me by someone else, as are you, Far, because we don't have a headline at all. We're androids of some manner.
Oh shit! Well, I have it on my left, but that's not what I'm born with.
Right.
And even then, it's like this really faint line, so it's just kind of like not really worth describing, you know?
Okay, so here's the lifeline. Begins near the thumb and travels an arc towards the wrist. It reflects your physical health, general well-being, etc. Runs close to the thumb, often tired. Okay, it's not. Curvy is plenty of energy.
I
Okay.
think that's close to what mine is. I don't really know.
Long
it's
and deep is
combination of the
vitality.
first one.
Long and deep is
Mine's also
vitality.
long and deep.
Short and shallow is manipulated by others.
Wow.
Is that yours?
No. Mine's like a weird combination of the first three.
Yeah, I don't...
Yeah, like it's close to the thumb, but it's not close enough. And it's kind of like deep as well, so it's not really.
Oh, Manic says it's too dark and early for me to do this shit. Lol. Okay, oops. Sorry. I mean, your screen's too dark, or it's my screen's too dark in what it's displaying?
No, it's probably just too early and like the lights aren't on, you know?
Ah, okay. Oh, multiple lines means you've been hospitalized or injured, of course. Are you seeing a pattern form here?
Yeah, although I do have multiple lines, so... I have one, like, kind of next to it.
Break. A sudden change in lifestyle. So here's where somebody transitions.
You see, this is how you also identify trannies. Because they have that break.
Yeah. And the fate line. This is also known as the line of destiny. And it indicates the degree to which a person's life is affected by external circumstances beyond their control. Deep line. Strongly controlled by fate. I don't have that one either.
You don't have that one?
No, wait a minute. Hold on. If I fold my hand up a little bit, I do. I am getting tired of staring at my hand. How about you?
A little bit, yeah. Honestly, I am a little bit. But at the same time, I kind of want to get through this. We said we'd do it. I mean, I don't have it as they're demonstrating it here, but I think this is the line. So, I don't know. Maybe I just don't have a destiny, you know?
Yeah. Starts joined at the hand. Self-made individual develops aspirations early on, I guess. Okay.
None of these work for me.
Yeah, like, well, maybe because it's all made up bullshit.
Maybe. Wait, oh god, what's this?
Earth, fire, air, water. Like, we're actually gonna go with like 4 elements of the earth. This is bad.
We're doing this.
No, we're not. I'm not doing this part. I'm reading lines. This is like, I've got really long fingers, and you know what that means, ladies. But I'm just saying it does. That's the rumor. That's just saying. I've got really long fingers. So what does that mean? I'm water. Great. Yay.
I don't know. My hands are just oddly proportioned because I've got baby hands, so I don't even know. What the fuck? Yeah, no, let's not even do that. Oh my god.
Okay, chat. Listen out. It says I'm both introverted and do things quietly. Does that sound solid to you?
Oh, shit. No. Jesus Christ, no.
Well, chat, there it is. Our quick read on how to read palms. I hope yours made a hell of a lot more sense than ours did. Fuck.
Yeah, because apparently I have no fate and I have no head.
Yeah,
so
well, yeah, more than that.
We both have no head.
Well, what about
we are fated to be headless.
Well, what's the heart line, or what was it? The lifeline?
Like I have a big heart?
No, the one where we're just completely missing the line, so we're like clearly androids.
It was the head.
That was the headline? Okay.
Yeah, headline. Maybe the New York Post stole our headline.
Moonshock says, what the fuck? First thing I hear tuning in is I've got long fingers, ladies. Well, I do. We were doing a WikiHow article on how to palm read, and they were saying the length of your fingers and such, and size of your palm has something to do with stuff. And it's garbage. There's a short version of the story. It's all fucking garbage.
Yeah, that was even more of a waste of our time than I thought it would be.
All right. I was bugging Far about this yesterday, and she failed to make a choice, so she's going to have to make a choice now. Oh! Speaking of this, before we go on too long, I wanted to show something to you guys. If you hadn't seen this already, over on Twitter, Rajan tweeted this at me, and I was very happy. Polydub, I found the Christmas pickle. There! Proof! The German Christmas pickle is real. It's been denied and oh, you got it from a clickbait website. Nope, there it is. A real world Christmas pickle out in the wild. And Rajan's German, so there you go. See? So don't believe Badger Man. He's just trying to hide the German national shame. Which I can understand, but nonetheless, you know better now. There's the evidence. The German Christmas pickle's real. See, it's even got like the little ornament hanging thing and the little string to hang it from the tree. See? It's real.
It's all glittery.
Yeah, but you don't find it.
Tiny. It's like it's a glittery pickle.
Well, it is a Christmas ornament, but just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like complaining. I'm just more fascinated by it, you know.
I love how they went with like a multi-shade of green to make it more realistic, that it's not just painted one color, it's lighter towards the bottom and darker at the top? Or do you think that's just a function of the fact that it's glittery, thus reflecting light?
I think it's reflecting light. I think it just might be the glitter.
Loki says, I thought the German Christmas pickle was in German pants. Well, the tradition... Yeah, the tradition is that the children search for the German Christmas pickle. They seek for it with their hands alone, and it's all very creepy. And Badgerman claims that he's never heard of it. A likely story.
Oh god, Mustafa, no. Bad pumpkin man.
I'm sure it will make some lonely wine while I'm happy. Wow.
Yeah. Bad pumpkin king.
Stop it. That's bad. There we go. Look at this thing, Far. It's awful looking.
It's awesome.
Look at that.
It looks delicious.
So we have a very cool Aussie contingent here in the bar regularly. Do you guys know what Vegemite worms are? Ever heard them called that? I was like,
I've never actually had them called that.
Behold the Vegemite worms.
You know what's making that disgusting though?
Go ahead.
The butter.
The butter. Oh, is that what's smeared all over?
Get rid of the butter and be perfect.
But I thought you were supposed to use butter when you used Vegemite.
I don't.
Oh.
No, I'm saying if you're trying it for the first time, then God yes, use butter in it. Holy fuck, don't try that on its own.
See, if you can't tell what this is, and you've never done it as a Aussie child or adult, or you've just never even had Vegemite before, it's like a cracker with little holes in it and stuff, right? So they smear large amounts of Vegemite and butter in there, and then squeeze the two pieces together, and it all squirts up and looks like living worms.
Yeah, it's delicious. I mean, I don't do that anymore because I like to have cheese on top instead of another biscuit, but you know, whatever.
That is fucking disgusting. Excuse me, I need to go vomit. That's
it is amazing. I don't know.
I hear you, Moonshock. I'm kind of a little turned off myself by it. Anyway, this came up because I was looking for a trivia test that Far would want to do and that she would do quite well. But you see, the first one over here at funtrivia.com is the death of Vegemite worms. And I was like, excuse me? So I had to go look up what Vegemite worms were and found that.
I've never heard it called that either. That's the thing. It's like I've never heard it actually called a thing, you know?
Right. No, I get that.
I've done that before as a kid, and
well, you should be happy. It says that it's a traditional Aussie treat that baby boomers hoped would last forever. So you're not a boomer, Far. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's just strange.
Well, in any case, you have a choice here, Far. We're gonna test your Aussie knowledge.
Jesus.
Yeah, you can either do the very very Vegemite trivia quiz. That's what it's called, the very very Vegemite trivia quiz, or Aussie Tucker. That's Australian cuisine for those of you who aren't sure what Tucker meant. Is the description. Which one would you rather do?
Here's the thing, though. I'm scared of doing this because there are Aussies in chat, and it's just kind of like,
Right. And so?
No, and it's that weird thing of like, is this gonna be one of those instances of like, because I'm on the West Coast, it's gonna be a bunch of shit I don't know.
Well, where's your
Because that's happened before.
where's your WA pride? Just answer it as a Western Australian Aussie and leave it at that. And if they don't like it, well, that's their Brisbane problem, isn't it?
That's that Brisbane problem.
I gotta start using that. It legit sounds like a cuss. Like I just said, well, that's their goddamn problem, isn't it?
That's that Brisbane problem. Holy shit. That's that Brisbane problem.
So which one would you have to do? Aussie Tucker or a very, very Vegemite quiz?
Oh, God. How about we do the Tucker?
You want to do the Tucker one? All right. It's an average one, which means that it's a little bit more merciful. And I drew far into this because I've got a Christmas one up that is set at the highest level of difficulty. So I'm going to get shellacked, guys. And I've been drinking and far as sober as a priest, so... Aussie Tucker, here we are.
Jesus. I'm not looking forward to this. I'm really not.
Watch how long it takes to load on my potato. You can see it happen in real time. Well, that wasn't too bad. Take as a quiz, single page. And then you find out at the end what your answers are. If you played as a timed quiz, you can do it like that, but then you're going to have to answer faster and blah, blah. You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to play along, you're going to have to, like, write down your answers, I guess. It's too bad they don't have them numbered, like 1, 2, 3, 4.
They kind of do.
Yeah, I guess you could do that. I just don't know if at the end... Here, hold on. Far, look away from your screen, you cheater.
Oh my god.
It's fine. I just want to see if they actually give you the... Oh, no, never mind. You have to submit your answers at the end anyway, so I can't find out. Okay, ready?
Okay.
All right. No Australian barbecue would be complete without snags or snaggers. What are these delicacies? Chicken wings, sausages, steaks, or jumbo prawns?
Sausages.
They're sausages. I would have probably guessed sausages, but that's only because they just sound familiar or similar. Number 2. This type of Australian bread is popular on picnics and campouts because it consists of only flour and water and is cooked in the fire.
Damper.
What is the name of this bread? Damper. The options were drover, damper, digger, and sconer. Sconer.
You're a sconer, mate.
Number 3. This Australian cake consists of cubes of sponge cake, dipped in chocolate and rolled in coconut. There's coconuts on Australia? The continent of Australia?
We have coconut.
Well, I'm just asking, are you shipping them in, or are they actually there?
I don't actually know.
Well, I was surprised to find out there's pine trees there. I mean, you know, little did I know.
Yeah, I mean, they're fucked up looking pine trees, but they're pine trees.
Yeah, it's Dr. No said I thought Australia had their own Tucker Carlson. I'm not gonna lie, it's where my mind went first when I saw it as well. It's just okay. So sponge cake dipped in chocolate and rolled in coconut. They are often sold as a fundraising activity by organizations such as schools, churches, and sporting clubs. What are these cakes known as? Dippers, coconut cubes, lamingtons, or chocolate sponge surprise?
Lamingtons?
You're going with lamingtons?
Yeah, lamingtons are the only thing that's an actual thing here.
Okay. Loki says, can't be a priest near me. He's drunk after 2 shots. You know what? I don't know why that's a saying, sober as a priest, because, like, Catholic and Eastern Orthodox priests are totally allowed to drink and totally do. Like, wouldn't it be like sober as an evangelical Christian? Or sober as a Mormon? There we go. Bar over here is sober as a Mormon. All right. Number 4. This dessert consists of white meringue, whipped cream, and a variety of tropical fruits named after the famous ballerina. Is it a...
Pavlova.
Pavlova. Okay. The options were Margot. I'm assuming that's Margot. Danilova, Pavlova, and Mignette. Ooh. Very prissy sounding, all of them. Number 5. What would you...
Pavlova is great. Just saying.
Okay. Number 5. What would you be eating if you were enjoying a yabby? A freshwater crawfish, a cream-filled...
Yeah, the crayfish.
Is
It's
it?
the crayfish.
Yeah. We call them crawfish. Or crawdaddies. Or a cream...
It's cray. So,
And it's Brisbane. What's your point?
yeah, fuck off.
Other options were a cream-filled biscuit, a variety of sweet potato, or a small bread roll stuffed with minced beef. Okay. Number 6. Oh, I know the answer to this. Yeast extract, salt, mineral salt, malt extract, natural color, vegetable extract, thiamine, riboflavin, and niacin. This is the ingredient list in one of Australia's most well-known foods. What is it?
Well, obviously it's Milo, right? No,
Right.
it's Vegemite.
It is Vegemite. Well, as soon as it said yeast extract, I'm like, that's fucking Vegemite.
Yeah, it's like it's yeast extract. It gives it the fuck away, you know.
Yeah, it didn't say anything about chunky milk, so we know it's not Milo.
Okay, stop. Okay.
What?
Look, Platy tried Milo today because I sent her a tin.
Oh, really?
She loved it.
Really?
She loved it. So fuck you. Stop making it sound disgusting.
It's chunky chocolate milk. It's weird, okay?
It's not weird.
Gokado says that Yabi are for bait. Is that true? Are they that small that they're not even worth eating?
People eat them. Like, I mean, yeah, I guess you can use them for bait, but people do eat them.
Okay, so number 7.
Look, Mustafa says Milo was awesome. Look at that.
I don't know how you could like, or do you like what are some other chunky foods that are weird by texture, not taste? Oh, cottage cheese? That's weird by texture. Like, do you like cottage cheese as well? I mean, it's like,
yeah, but that's different, dude.
it's yogurt with
fucking
solid
different.
chunks. It's like, ugh.
That's different. Come on.
No, that's not different. Or what's
It is totally different.
rice pudding? If it's particularly liquidy, can be like that. It seems like a cream pudding with a lot of like chunks in it. It's just ugh. Okay, so number 7.
Oh, you don't like rice pudding either?
It depends on the consistency for rice pudding.
Oh.
I'm a texture guy, man. Texture can turn me right the hell off real fast. It's just like I can't handle. No. I mean, look at Zelthor and his whole thing. Why he wouldn't. If he can pour it off his spoon, he doesn't want to eat it.
Yeah, that's also weird.
Okay, Manic says, what is number 7? And that's right, we should move on to number 7. At Christmas, many Australians enjoy a very rich confection made with rice bubbles, puffed rice cereal, coconut, powdered milk, icing sugar, mixed dried and glace fruits, and kofa, white vegetable shortening. What is it called? Fruity Bubbles, Snow Road, White Christmas, or Christmas Slice?
I actually don't know that one.
A very rich confection made with
I've
rice
never
bubbles,
had that.
coconut powder milk, icing sugar, mixed dried glace fruits, and kofa.
I mean, I know what all those ingredients are by themselves, but I don't actually know what that is.
You want to take a guess?
I guess Fruity Bubbles?
Fruity Bubbles seems like the wrong answer to me because it's so close to Fruity Pebbles, which is just a Flintstones based
like,
cereal, so
I'm
it's like
thinking-
seems like a lie.
But I'm thinking like, you know, like what we would actually name things.
Well, Manic is guessing Christmas
Yeah.
Slice, You know, so it's
Yeah, but I don't. But that's the thing, though. Like, it could be something that's eaten around Christmas, yeah, but you could potentially make this any time of the year, you know? So.
well, your guess is Fruity Bubbles. So there you go. Number
Yeah,
8.
good.
These oatmeal biscuits, cookies, were sent to the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps.
Anzac biscuits.
Yeah, I would have gotten that one right, I guess. But only after you told me what the whole Anzac Day and everything was about. So far guessed early, let's just read the rest. Oatmeal biscuits were sent to Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, a combined force of volunteer soldiers formed in Egypt during World War I who took part in the landing at Gallipoli. Since then,
Gallipoli.
Gallipoli. They're landing at Gallipoli. Since then, it is...
Get it right, goddammit. Good men died that day, Polly.
I know, I get it. It's fine.
They didn't die if you fuck up the name of the place.
Took part in the landing at Gallipoli. Since then, it has been a tradition to send them to soldiers overseas. They are also widely enjoyed at home. What are they? And the Anzac biscuits. All right. And number 9. Which dessert would you be eating if you were having a Cocky's Joy?
A what?
Cocky's Joy.
The fuck is that?
Would it be you'd be having a gay old time, I can tell you that.
Well,
it's
no golden gay time.
Golden gay time. That was the name I was going for. You would be having a golden gay time. Your options are lemon pudding, baked apples and cream, dumplings in a golden syrup, a treacle, or a banana custard. Treacle? I've seen that word many times before, but I've never heard it pronounced.
Yeah, it's treacle.
Is it treacle? Okay.
Yeah.
See,
I don't know.
X-Bubba Hotep is right. Now we see the far abusing Polly. Yeah, let her forget herself for a hot minute and you see the anger come out, right?
Oh, jeez. I don't actually know.
No?
No, I have no fucking clue.
Wanna take a guess?
I mean, yeah, okay, Gilcado is like... So maybe it's something with the colors, because they're white and yellow.
A cocky?
So, yeah,
Oh, okay.
cockatoo.
Oh, that's a
So
cockatoo.
that's what a cocky is.
Okay.
Yeah, cocky is like another word for cockatoo.
Oh, okay.
So, I guess baked apples and cream, maybe?
Well, that would be white on white, wouldn't it? Like the inside of the apples would be anyway. There was the yellow.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Or dumplings and golden syrup, maybe?
Dumplings and golden syrup sounds pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds pretty fucking good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
So let your instincts guide you. Which one do you feel is right?
Fuck my instincts. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, we saw in your palm reading your instincts ain't worth shit.
Yeah, exactly. See, I have no head, Polly. I have no headline. How am I supposed to decide shit? I have no headline.
Well, okay. So the first one you guessed was baked apples and cream. You want to go with that? Statistically, you're more likely to be right with your first guess than re-guessing.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, that's true. You know, multiple choice tests. Number 10. Football games would not be the same without great Australian meat pie. Okay. Most Australians enjoy their meat pie with tomato sauce. Some people, however, prefer pie floaters. What is the pie floating in?
What?
Is the pie floating in green pea soup, chicken noodle soup, gravy, or cream of mushroom soup?
I've never heard of this either.
You never had a floater?
That just sounds disgusting.
It does.
I'm glad we agree.
No, it absolutely does.
I've never had a floater.
Like, I can think of things described to be floaters, like dead bodies in rivers, the
shit in pools.
Shit in pools. The chunks that float when you're washing dishes in a sink.
Yeah,
none of these are good
it's
things.
Like, yeah, this is like the most disgusting thing to describe it as. What the fuck?
Well, then go
I
with...
mean, well, I don't know if it would be gravy, because the pie already has gravy inside it, because that's what the meat's in.
To be honest,
You know?
both chicken noodle soup and cream of mushroom soup both sound pretty good. If it's a smaller pie floating in like a small amount of either one of those, that sounds good.
But also, chicken noodle soup and cream of mushroom soup, and green pea soup for that matter, that all sounds too fucking fancy, you know?
Okay. Hey, we're Aussies
No,
after all,
look-
goddammit.
Yeah, no, because when you look at Australian foods, if it's not a dessert and it's something like a pie, it has to look like the most bargain bin shit. Well, don't get me wrong, it's delicious, but don't lie to yourselves. It looks like bargain bin garbage. But they don't get fancy with that. So I don't really know. But
Which one would you most like to have?
Because it's like, none of them.
Really?
Fucking none of these?
Well, I got my tomato sauce. I'm good to go. Fuck a floater.
Yeah! Yeah, fuck a floater! Yeah, I mean, it's super gravy either way, like all you need said. It's like... I mean, yeah, maybe it's a soup. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's just... This... Can you imagine, like, getting a meat pie? And, like, dumping it in a fucking soup?
Like, well, see, this is what I was saying. If it was a smaller meat pie, right, and it was in a
A party pie?
Is that what they're called? Small ones, party pies?
Like the really tiny ones that you serve on like the plates at parties?
Well, I'm just saying, like, I don't know, if it was a big ass meat pie that was like the size of a fucking dinner plate and putting it in like a giant ass fucking bowl of soup, like, what is this for, like 10 people to eat?
Oh, no, okay, so that, I guess there's 3 sizes of pie then that we're talking about.
Like, I just
'Cause usually, like, when you go and buy a pie, it's a smaller one than that. I don't know. This all sounds disgusting. The only one where it's kind of like, maybe that's not that gross is the gravy, but I don't know whether that's just because I don't particularly like drowning shit in gravy.
But
or
you
if that's actually
hold on.
disgusting.
None of these pies, these meat pies you've had, ever had like a creamy kind of sauce, like a.
No, inside the pie, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm talking about floating it in the soup. Cause from what it sounds like, you've got like a bowl of soup or something, or a bowl of gravy, and you're just dumping it in there.
No, not.
Like, it's
well,
one thing when it's inside the pie, but if it's like actually sitting in this?
Yeah. No. Okay. Bencottle's asking about shepherd's pie. I was like, no, actual like pastry pies that have meat inside them that Aussies and Brits love.
Yeah, like they'll have like pastry around it, and the top is also pastry. It's like a fruit pie, except it's just meat. That's the only real difference, to be honest.
I've had them before, and when they're real savory, like with a good gravy, they're good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've had them, and they're
have
good.
any bristle in them? Even better. I'm not kidding. I've had so many pies where it's just that just ruined it for me.
Well, you got to make a choice. This is your last one. Come on.
Just go with gravy.
Go with gravy.
Oh my god. Just go with fucking gravy. Because that is just disgusting either way.
All right, well, let's find out. There. God, it took long enough to register it, didn't it? Okay. Submit Far's answers.
Okay.
Let's see how she did.
Oh, Jesus.
I think it gives all of... Oh, yeah, here they go. It gives all of them, like, check marks. So you got the... snags are sausages, yes. The Australian bread is indeed a damper. The sponge cake cubes dipped in chocolate with coconut are in Lamingtons, yes. You're just kicking ass here. The dessert consisting of
Oh my god. Oh, no, when you get to it, I'll read it out.
A yabby is indeed a freshwater crayfish. Usually found in clear, deep pools or dams. Many farmers stock dams with yabbies.
Yeah.
They are delicious. And not bait, Gilcotto. My god, man. I'm just kidding. It's fine. Vegemite, of course. White Christmas was the right answer for the rich confection.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's still fucking weird.
Only 57% of people got it right. So.
Yeah, because I don't know if that... I mean, yeah, maybe a bunch of Australians enjoy it, but it's not as widespread as they're assuming here, you know?
Gilcotto says far. I just wikied it. It's a crazy
Yeah,
South
that's what I was
Australian
going to read
thing.
it out.
Oh.
That's what I was going to read
Oh,
out
you looked
when
it
we
up?
get to it.
Anzac.
No, he did.
Oh, Anzac biscuits are indeed, of course, the right answer at Gallipoli, where men died.
Yeah, the men died for those biscuits, man.
Oh, the correct answer was dumplings and golden syrup for Cocky's joy.
Oh my god.
Cocky is a slang term for an Australian farmer or anyone who has lived a livelihood that is derived from working on the land. It is also short. It is also short for cockatoo, a type of Australian parrot. However,
oh my god.
No one seems to know exactly why this dessert is called Cocky's joy.
Oh my god.
And the answer is not gravy, it is green pea soup.
Oh, disgusting.
This is particularly popular in South Australia, where it is claimed that if you eat a pie floater before drinking, it will prevent a hangover. Personally, I'd rather risk the hangover.
Yeah, so, yeah, like Yokado said, it's a crazy South Australian thing. I would fucking believe that. I could absolutely believe that. That sounds like exactly the kind of shit that'd come out of South Australia. No offense, but you guys are a bit weird sometimes.
Well, you scored 7 out of 10, but the average score on this test was indeed 7 out of 10. So far, you're average.
Oh, yay. I'm average. Yeah. Yeah, look at everyone else in chat. They're just like, must be South Australian specific. Yeah, it has to be.
I love how you're unified in your distaste
It
for
has
them.
to be. Well, it's such a fucking bizarre thing. Green pea soup.
It is.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Like, well, notice that the one thing I said that, well, those two options sound good, and I left the green pea soup option the fuck alone, because, yeah, that sounds gross. The cream of mushroom and chicken noodle, yeah, depending on the kind of pie, that could be pretty good. But
No, but you're floating. My problem is you're floating it in there.
well, imagine if it's only
It's
like
not inside the pie.
well, but imagine if it's a nice shallow bowl that you've got. So it's only like 1.5 inches.
Nah, I don't think that's what they're doing. I think they're like, they've got a full-on bowl and they're just like dunking, they're just floating the pie in there. I don't think that that classy.
That's funny. It's Jesus. All right. So we'll save your
That is just fucking gross.
we'll save your Vegemite quiz for another time, perhaps, and we're gonna go over here for the. See this one far? This is the one I'm gonna do. Tough. Holy fuck.
Tough.
8,800 people have tried this. Oh my god, it's been around for years. So, guys, here's the one I'm gonna do. And it might be a little bit boring, but I'm going to rapid fire through it because I promised Far I'd do something hard because I thought that would make
See?
it.
Look at all the people in chat. They're with me.
I'm with Far on
They
this
all
one.
think
Oh,
it's
I don't know. I agree with you on
It's
this.
first.
I agree with you on the green pea soup idea. That's disgusting. But a small amount of in a shallow bowl
No,
could be
okay,
good.
no, here's the thing. If it's a small amount and you're just dipping the pie in, okay,
Uh-huh.
whatever. But it's just the fact they're calling it a floater. And also, like, from the impression of that, they're floating the pie in it. That's pretty fucking gross. Because I'm imagining the crust getting all soggy. from
Well,
it sitting in
you
there.
don't ever crunch up crackers in your soup at all? You don't ever do that?
No.
Oh. Really? You don't ever get like a tomato soup or a cream of mushroom soup and you crunch up some nice crackers in it? It's good. And so they're a little bit soggy on the outside because they've been in the soup, but then they're also a little bit crunchy still on the inside. You got to eat them fast. You've never done this. I think we lost Far. Yeah, we lost Far. So, chat, we'll keep each other company until she manages to return. Aussie internet, am I right? Her web hub must be down in southern Australia, and they heard her bad-mouthing them, and that was it. Everyone floats down here, Georgie boy. Floats in green pea soup with a pie. Green pea soup is only made in giant amounts. Oh, come on. That's made up. Let me get this one up here. Wait to see if Far drops here. It's... Man, she has the most unreliable internet of anybody I know. Mod Oracle, Polly, Brits eat mushy peas on meat pies. It makes sense. Oh. Yeah. Really, Ebony? You're not a soup person of any kind? Like, even, like, beef stews or anything like that? All soups just aren't for you? That's too bad. I really enjoy a good soup, especially in winter. Come on, here. going for a Tylenol. I've had a fucking sinus headache all day long. The weather's just like jumping around. It's dry as hell whenever it snows a lot here. It gets so goddamn dry, it sucks the moisture right out of the air. There, Far finally dropped, so she should be back soon. Check your hashtag and look at all the holiday cheer I sent you. That sounds deceptive, Evil One. That's holiday in quotations. Scare quotes. Hold on, let's go over to Twitter and take a look. The hashtag. Okay, chat, let me ask you guys a question. Because Far and I are, and Platty as well, and some other people are following this Chris Hansen investigating a Nesion thing. Has anyone else been watching the interviews he's been doing and all of the research he's been following to see just what kind of dirtbag Gregory Jackson actually is? Are we the only ones that are following this? Are we like becoming like tabloidists? Well, I'm just waiting for my Twitter page to load, guys. You know, this you guys should watch this happen in real time. I should share my screen so you see what it's like. When I'm not streaming, when I don't have OBS open as well as Google Hangouts for the Hangout chat where our voice is being captured from, as well as a browser with a fuck ton of links, etc., etc., etc. My computer grinds to a halt, and when I'm not running all that stuff, it runs fine. But I don't know. This is what I mean when I say I need to get a new computer and retire my potato. It was it's great for basic laptop purposing. It is a laptop. If you guys didn't know that, when I say my potato, I'm referring to, I'm doing all of this stuff off of a laptop, and it's a many years old laptop. All right, hashtag Noir Bar. Mushy green pea with some chili. Just waiting to see if anybody answers about the Onision thing. I might be a long way behind. My chat always ends up running like a couple minutes behind you guys on some occasions. Again, that's a potato thing. Delete and there. All right, let's take a look at Noir Bar. Oh, Cynical Lindsay. Cool. I didn't see you were here. How you doing? I can eat soup all year round. Cynical Lindsay also says, soup is like the ultimate comfort food. Plus, it fills you up. Yeah, and I mean, I like all kinds of soup. Like, you get into, like, Japanese ramen, where it's all about, like, the broth and them great rice noodles that they have. And, oh, man, there's so many good soups out there. And, like, that's not even including, like, all them, like, thick filling, stick-to-your-rib-style stews that I love. A web page is slowing down your browser. What would you like to do? Wait for it to finish loading. Oh, Ebony Wins, this is pho counts. Definitely pho. Yeah. Oh, pho or pho, if you will. Definitely counts as soup, man. I'm a big fan. There we go. There's the dead air that I'm afraid of happening. It's happening all the time. Happy day of the boxing people. That's what's going on. Oh, clam chowder is the bomb. You know what? You know what's interesting? Have you ever had Manhattan style chowder? So you get like New England clam chowder, and then did you make it back far?
Yeah, I did.
Have you ever had both clam chowders far?
Not really.
There's the cream one and the tomato one. Tomato one's Manhattan. Cream one's New England.
No.
Oh, wow.
Never. So, you doing the quiz?
Yeah, I am. I was just looking through some of the articles and sexy ladies that have been posted in Noir Bar since the last time I looked in here. All right, let's go over to the quiz. It's trivia. See, I wanted to do a Christmas trivia because yesterday was, I don't know, when we were thinking about streaming, that was yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, and then it didn't end up happening.
It was yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
Yeah, it was yesterday. Because we were just like, we were both at the point of like, should we do it? Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have an nap first. Yeah, okay, I'll have a nap too. And then like I think we got up and we were just like, yeah, no, fuck this.
I saw the interview with Billy and the latest girl. I can't remember her name. Alyssa. She was friends with Billy. Yeah. What was the most recent one?
Oh god, I don't know. I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, that's right. You didn't watch it. You fell asleep. You said in the middle of it, and I ended up watching it.
Yeah,
I keep
it
up with
wasn't
it.
even. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I fell asleep during it, but I think I got the gist of it. Of like, holy fuck, it's more bullshit. You know?
Share your screen. I'm convinced you have 10 porn tabs. Not currently, I don't. So here's the one that I'm going to do. Christmas according to the Bible. Next Bubba Hotep really quick with a tip, which I'm really thankful for. And next Bubba Hotep says, is there a donation gift someone hasn't hit? Is there a donation gift someone hasn't hit? I think. 10's been hit. A bunch. The 20 and 25 have. Oh, I still didn't finish the $50 and above one for it's the Jessica Alba stripping one from Sin City 2. I don't think anybody's. No, the $15 one's been hit. So it's the. Yeah, no, I think they've all been hit. Which is a nice reminder actually that I got to make a bunch more. I got to why don't I have I don't have ones for 666 and 1776 and 1488 and all the fun ones. Man,
just $6.66.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people are like that. They love hitting. And I'm okay with 1776. Great fucking number. And it's not like it's a small donation by any stretch of the imagination. My personal favorite ones are 10 and 25. Because 25 is Ava Green just completely naked on a bed with a cigarette leaning forward, and the shadows are working overtime to keep her covered. It's awesome. And then 10 is Jessica Alba in a bed with a cigarette rolling around and smiling. They're both fantastic. But that's a good reminder. I got to make a bunch more and fill in some of those spaces and change some of them around. They've been set like that for a few weeks now. So yeah, I got to make some more. Okay, so here's the difficult one that I said I was going to do, or the tough one I said I was going to do. A look at biblical events that have inspired the Christmas holiday. Do you know what hails from tradition versus what is actually found in the biblical account? I don't know. Let's find out. And I think I'm going to get shellacked on this hard.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And I'm going to try and not do what Farr did, which is, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, fuck you.
Take the quiz. Which gospel speaks of the events surrounding Christ's birth? Matthew and Luke. The only two to contain infancy accounts. How many magi visited Christ shortly after his birth according to the Bible? Oh, it's an undisclosed number.
Isn't it 3 wise men?
But that's the question is how many of the traditions are actually scripturally based versus from Pseudo-Matthew or the Proto-Evangelium of James, which are later biblical accounts that aren't actually included in the New Testament. Do you know the difference, and can you tell tradition versus actual biblical accounts? The Magi, I'm going to go with an undisclosed number because that was my first guess and I just wanted to get it done. But it's probably going to be none is my other guess, that it's that's not even in there, sucker. Number 3, according to most English translations of Matthew chapter 2 verse 1, where is Christ when the Magi come to visit him? In a house, in the temple, in the manger, or in the womb?
Is it the manger?
In Luke, there's no room for them at the inn. In Matthew, the account is different. It's not the temple and it's not the womb. Oh shit! See what this is. There's simple, easy, difficult, and tough. And I'm doing one that's tough. And like I said, I'm gonna get shellacked. Polly, you are a Bible enthusiast, right? Well, As you can see on display here, not nearly enough. Where is Christ on the Magi come to visit? Okay, it's not the temple and it's not the womb. And the manger would be Luke, so I'm going to go with the house.
You know, if we sent this to Platy, I wonder how well she'd do.
We
Because
should.
she's actually studied all this shit, so...
Number 4. The Magi ask Herod where Christ is to be born. Herod summons his priests and scribes, who know the location of the birth of... who know the location of the birth because of the prophecy of this man. Joel, Jonah, Micah, or Amos?
Amos Yee?
No. They actually name who prophesied it? Like, I remember the thing. He tells the Magi, okay, yeah, you can go to this town. And they go there, but then they discern that Herod wants to do harm, so they don't return and tell him where to find Jesus. They go back a different way. And then that's what starts the slaughter of the innocents, because Herod just kills everybody in the town 2 years and under.
Mm.
And that's all in Matthew. But I didn't... They actually name the prophet that they divine where the location is? Shit.
I guess.
Well, it won't. It's not Jonah. I'm going with Joel. That sounds right. Micah's Old Testament, too. In a dream, an angel tells Joseph to name his child Jesus, for it was prophesied that a virgin would give birth and call her son Emmanuel. What does Emmanuel mean? God with us. Herod's slaughter of the children 2 and under, see what I mean? According to Matthew, fulfills a prophecy uttered by what man? Oh, God! I don't know. Jeremiah, I mean, he's the prophesier of all things deadly and dangerous, and doom is to come, right? Number 7, how much younger was Jesus than his cousin John the Baptist? 6 months.
Okay.
The angel Gabriel, when he appears in Luke chapter 1, tells Mary, go visit your cousin Elizabeth. She's already in the 6th month of her pregnancy, even though she is aged and no one said that she could bear a child, for with God all things are possible. And Mary goes and visits her cousin Elizabeth 2 towns over. And they discuss, and that's where she, blessed are you among women, is the first thing that her cousin Elizabeth says to her. So, but yeah, 6 months pregnant she had already been by the time of the Annunciation, so they would have to be 6 months apart in age. Number 8, who speaks the words to Mary that have become part of the Catholic Church's Hail Mary? Elizabeth. That's a kind of fraudulent answer. It's actually 2 people. It's the angel Gabriel speaks the first part of it, Hail Mary, full of grace, and the second part of it, you are blessed among women, is the second part, and that's Elizabeth. Number 9, where do we find the Magnificat? Luke. When Luke visits his cousin, or her cousin Mary, when Mary visits her cousin Elizabeth, and they have a little discussion, Mary goes off into this poetic statement that's called Mary's Song, or the Magnificat. Number 10, why was Jesus born in Bethlehem, according to the Gospel of Luke? To fulfill the prophecy. His earthly father went to Bethlehem for a census. Well, yeah, that one too. That's where both his parents lived. His mother went to visit Elizabeth. He wasn't. He was born in Nazareth. Well, historically, he probably was born in Nazareth. His earthly father went to Bethlehem for a census because all the world was to be taxed. But really, it's that the prophet Isaiah said that the Messiah would be born in Bethlehem. Number 11, Christ was laid in a manger. What is a manger? The feeding trough. Is that gonna? There we go. The Bible tells us Christ was born in December. True or false? False. That's tradition only. So leave it alone, Sticks, Hex, and Hammer. Get over it. Number 13.
I will celebrate my pagan holiday. Thank you.
How did the shepherds learn of Christ's birth? Angels of the Lord appeared to them in a theophany. There are no shepherds in the biblical account. Lies! They see a new star in the sky. An angel appears to them. The Magi tell them. When was Christ circumcised?
What? Okay.
What? He wasn't at birth at 8 days at 13 years old. At 8 days. That account is on the 8th day, they took him to the temple to have him consecrated according to the law, which means circumcised. Number 15, final one. Who prophesied to Mary that Christ was destined for the fall and the rising of many, that a sword would pierce her own soul also? That's Simeon, who said that to her at the temple when she went there to have him circumcised. Okay, let's see how bad I got shellacked. Manic says, finally, Polly's getting schooled on something. That was a lot. What do you mean? It's, okay.
Oh my god, you've already got 3 ticks.
All right, number 1, it happens in Matthew and Luke. Yeah, an undisclosed number. Yay! Okay. Christian tradition has the number of magi is 3, probably because there were 3 gifts, gold, myrrh, and frankincense. Tradition has given the names to these wise men, Melchior, Caspar, and Balthazar. However, the Bible itself does not disclose the number of magi who visited Jesus. In a house, there. And how did I figure that one out? Logical deduction, and only 32% got it right. Who's the man? This guy. Okay.
The next one, though.
Number 4. Oh, Joel. And it's Mackay. And 53 got it right? Well, good on you guys. The correct answer is Mackay, who is able to divine through prophecy the location of Christ's birth. In a dream, angel, what does Emmanuel mean? God with us. Yeah, 67% got that right. Herod's daughter was... Oh, see, I guess Jeremiah, because he's always prophesying doom. And sure enough, he prophesied the slaughter of the innocents too. What a shock. Number 7, 6 months is when he was circumcised, and there you go. Or their difference in age, rather, is 6 months, and there you go. See Luke, chapter 1, verse 36. John's mother was Elizabeth, who Mary visited while she was pregnant. Hold on. There's the bar. Number 8, who speaks the words? Hail Mary, Elizabeth. Oh yeah, and then it said part of the Hail Mary also comes from Gabriel's greeting. Yeah, but your question didn't say that, you deceptive bastard. Number 9, where do we find the Magnificat? And the answer is Luke. Why was Jesus born in Bethlehem? Because of a census. What is a manger? It's a feeding trough. Tells us Christ was born in December. It is false. How did the shepherds learn of Christ's birth? An angel appears to them. Yeah, that one's easy, though. He was circumcised at 8 years old, or 8 days old, rather. Fuck, I'm getting really drunk now. And number 15 is Simeon. So I got 14 out of 15. The average score is 9 out of 15. Fuck yeah.
There you go. You're a biblical scholar.
Well, you think I attended church or something. Yeah, but I don't.
Yeah, right.
But I don't. So, in your face, people who go to Sunday school.
Sunday school is not great. Just saying.
Dr. No. Tell me how to pronounce it here. It's Maika, not Makai. Okay, Maika. That's the one I got wrong.
So like Mein Kampf, except my car.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
My car.
Oh man. Well, there's that. I'm actually happy I got 14 out of 15. I really thought I was going to get shellacked hard on that one. So,
good for you.
Yay! Oh! There's something I want to... that you were mentioning last time that we were talking about. And a bunch of your fellow Australians... Simeon has a cool sounding name, Manic says. Yeah, I think that's why it's not by accident that they named the big badass in True Detective Season 2 Frank Simeon. Because it just sounds cool. They just want to give him a slick name. Let's talk about the magic pudding, shall we?
Aha. Yes.
There's the magic pudding. For those of you who, well,
that's the animated one.
Yeah, that's the cover of the animated film. But it's a good picture because he's running forward. He's got his tongue hanging out, and you get to see how ugly and horrifying he looks.
Yeah, that's the thing with the magic pudding. It's like, he is pretty fucking ugly.
Okay, so I mean, there's big voice talent doing it though. There's Sam Neill, Hugo Weaving, Jack Thompson, and John Cleese. That's pretty cool. I was watching a few clips of it that Far had sent me some URLs for, and I don't know. She thinks some of it was psychedelic. It seemed very Disney oriented to me. Animation, they're breaking out into
Not psychedelic. It was just kind of like, I haven't watched this in years. That's the thing. So I'm kind of like expecting, like, yeah, I know the songs in it, but then I'm watching it and it's like cringe. That's all I'm getting from it. I'm like, oh god, this is embarrassing.
I thought it was cool the way that they decided to make look how frosty he looks there. Like in every picture of the
Yeah, well, I don't think he's supposed to look nice, you know? I mean, it's a pudding, you know?
I see a version of this picture everywhere. Is it from the original book?
Which one?
This one. All of them walking together and looks like they're dragging the pudding along with them.
Probably. I've got the book right next to me, so it's probably an original picture because it looks about the same style. Oh yeah, no, it is. That's just the colored version of it.
So tell us who these people are, because these are the main characters of the book. No.
Yeah, that's 1 minute. Let me fucking find the names. I haven't actually read this in so long.
Okay.
But the names kind of escape me.
Okay.
I know the penguin is named Sam though, because that's forever ingrained into my head. The koala is Bunyip Bluegum.
Bunyip Bluegum.
Yeah, so that was the most stereotypical name you could come up with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the penguin's full name is Sam Sornoff. Okay.
Sam Sornoff.
Yeah, Sornoff, like S-A-W-N.
Oh, okay, got it.
And then Bill Barnacle. That's the guy. And of course the pudding has a name.
What's the pudding's name?
I think it's Albert. Yeah, it's Albert.
Albert.
It's named Albert.
Albert, the millennia-old pudding.
That's the funny thing though. It's only millennia old in the movie.
I thought that.
I was like, okay, because when we saw that clip, I was like, okay, I gotta look, because I know that there's a huge difference between the movie and the book.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you'll find a lot of the time with people complaining about it. So I'm looking through the book, going like, okay, where's the actual origin story here? Turns out, he was made on the iceberg.
Oh, really? He wasn't.
Yeah, no,
found in the iceberg.
He was
as they
made.
said.
Yeah, he was created by a fat cook named Curry and Rice.
All right.
On an iceberg.
He's a cook named Curry and Rice.
I'm not kidding.
You know, so for those who don't know or have never heard of it, what is the magic pudding in general? Why are we even talking about it? Oh, here's a great one.
It's classic Australian children's literature that apparently not enough children have read, you filthy heathens.
This one is nightmarish.
Yeah, no, that's pretty fucking nightmarish. But that's the thing, I don't think it was really ever meant to be like... I don't think the magic pudding itself, like Albert himself, I don't think he was ever supposed to look nice.
Right.
You know? I think he was always supposed to look like a grumpy old man.
Right.
Like...
And you were telling me that he's grumpy, you know, in no small measure because he's magical, that no matter how much you eat of the pudding, it always comes back, it respawns.
Yeah, but he wants people to be fed though, but it's just like the thing of... I don't know, I forget. Because again, I haven't read this in so long. Like, he's grumpy. I remember him always being fucking grumpy. But I can't remember if that's because of being eaten so much, or like, the lack of being eaten, you know?
I only know about it because of the movie. Yeah, I kind of want to watch the movie now. I'm not a big fan of sing-songy type Disney films. Look at this. This person has a magic pudding outdoor.
Yeah. Oh god.
Like,
That's
what is it?
horrifying.
It's not a bird bath, so what is it? It's like a.
I think it's a mailbox.
Oh.
I think it might be a mailbox, but I don't know where the mail would be going. Either that or it's just a fucking ornament.
Mr. No's asking, why does he look like an abo? Because you're a racist. That's why. It's.
Jesus.
I'm still trying to get accustomed to the idea that a pudding is not a. Like, that it's a boiled ball of, like, sort of like cake. Because that's just not at all the word that I associate with pudding, right? Pudding is a. Well, it's pudding. How would you describe it? It's like a very thick dessert cream.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you mean, but it's like there's a lot of different types of pudding, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
So
opposed to like
it's kind of like
It seems kind of like Have you had fruitcake?
yeah, and I hate it.
Is it anything like that? Like a very dense cake? Is that kind of what it's like?
Yes.
Like, I've seen lots of pictures, and it doesn't look bad. It looks like a very dense cake with a syrup on top, and that doesn't sound bad at all. I've just never had one in my life, so I have no idea what to think about it.
Yeah, I don't really know.
I think I was still a kid when it came out. It weirded me out. Isn't this book from when?
1918? Yeah, the movie.
Oh, the movie.
The movie came out like
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't think Manic was that
I
old.
forget
I was a kid back in the aughties, and it's.
Yeah, I was a kid back in 1918. No, the movie did come out like maybe the early 2000s, late 90s, I forget.
See, he doesn't look.
But it was more recent than the book. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if more people did know of it because of the movie, but at the same time, it's like.
Do you see the text that's accompanying this picture? 9 reasons why globalization can't be permanent. What does that mean?
I don't
How does that
know.
relate to the magic pudding?
Holy shit. Yeah, how does that work?
Zombie Teddy says fruitcake is horrible. I used one for a doorstop for a couple of years. Well, okay, here's the thing. My dad is a big fan of fruitcake. And like the denser it is and the more fruit and nuts in it that it has, like the less cake, he digs it. I think it's. I've had fruitcakes that are, soaked in liquor and like they're a kind of preserve, right? And they're good, but when they're nothing but fruit and nuts with no cake, I'm not such a fan. When they're a soaked dense cake in a small amount with a little bit of ice cream, what's wrong with that? That was good. I do find a cake that you can leave sitting on your counter for 6 months and have it not go bad to be kind of concerning, but
Yeah, but
Putting to use separatist colonists is a junket. Separatist colonials is a junket. Okay. I want to see what their argument is for the magic pudding demonstrates one of 9 reasons why globalization cannot be permanent. And so,
well, I mean, I know there's an Italian version of it, because I'm pretty sure it was animated by Italians for some weird reason.
So let me ask you this. You always talk about it around Christmas time, right? So is it that it somehow became a Christmas thing generally, or for you it somehow became a Christmas thing?
I think for me it just became a Christmas thing.
Okay.
Like, because I just remember as a kid, for some weird reason, it would be on every Christmas on ABC. Just every year for a long time. And at some point it just kind of stopped, and I'm not really sure when, but that's why it's kind of in my head as a Christmas thing. Because for a long time, yeah, it was just on.
Are you looking at this picture I'm scrolling through here, Far? This is...
I'm looking, and there's nothing.
Look here, chat, look at this. These are the 9 reasons why globalization cannot be permanent. Like, look at it. It's all like statistical arguments and energy consumption data. And
Yeah,
population.
nothing about the magic pudding.
Yeah. And like epidemiological analyses and stuff. Like, I don't.
So basically, things that just go over my head.
Well, it's just. Wait a minute.
No, what?
Okay. Population of any species. This is what Norman Paget or Paget said in response to It Can't Go On Forever. Populations of any species must decline when the means of support declines. Humankind turned petrol into food, and as a result added 6 billion people, where there should only be 1 or 2 billion. Petrol is finite, therefore 6 billion people don't have a future. I think we can take that as an established fact. The only question remaining is an actual means of decline. Take your pick. He says, oh, wait a minute, sorry, I jumped over. This guy says, sure, if you believe the earth is a magic pudding. I get it, because it's always replenishing itself. So in other words, this person just revealed themselves to be an Aussie, because no one else knows what the hell the magic pudding is.
I thought they were Italian, because, again, there's an Italian version of the magic pudding.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I don't know why.
Manic.
Oh look, Manic remembers.
Yeah, I was just saying Manic remembers it being played at Christmas time as well.
Yeah, it absolutely is not Christmas themed at all. It has nothing to do with Christmas. Just for some reason, it was played during Christmas.
No, I could understand things being like that. There are things like that just didn't jump to my mind right away. Like, I thought, like, why is the 10 Commandments always played at Easter every year? And it's like, the best answer I could come up with is because of Passover. And at the very end of that 3.5-hour epic, they do talk about Passover because it's about freeing the Hebrews from the tyranny of Pharaoh. And so therefore,
yeah,
Passover. Get this. Ugh.
So what, you're looking at it on Amazon now? You're gonna get the book?
No. I was trying to click on the New York Times review of it.
It'll be a fine addition to your collection.
Well, you know what I really want is a Peter Rabbit original edition. Well, not original, yeah, right. Like I'm not trying to say I want to hunt down a rare edition. I just mean a copy of Peter Rabbit. I had when I was a kid. I adored it. I was trying to look up the New York Review of Books review of the Magic Pudding. I want to see what they thought of it. And I clicked on it, and for some reason took me to
Amazon.
Oh, God. How many times? This is the result of having a potato, guys. I've been trying to click on a single link for a minute and a half, 2 minutes. But the screen just loads so damn slowly that wherever you click is going to end up changing to be something or somewhere else underneath what you just clicked.
Manic, you aren't misremembering. That is what the movie is. Which is, again, I'm gonna have to reread the book at some point. Fairly soon, honestly, but I don't think he's searching for his parents in the book. That is a movie-only thing.
He's searching for his parents?
In the movie.
Oh. The pudding is.
No, the koala.
Oh.
Bunyip. Like, they focus hardcore on him being like a fucking orphan in the movie. Jesus Christ. And how, like, apparently you're not an orphan. Your parents are just slaves in a cell and they're gonna get eaten soon. Like, it's fucking weird. And good morning, Angie. I mean, Platy. Whatever. You have been... We've said each other's names so many times, it doesn't matter.
So here it is. Is Platy in chat? Oh, hey, Platy.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. The Magic Pudding, written and illustrated by Norman Lindsay, with an introduction by Philip Pullman in the New York Review of Books. The Magic Pudding is a pie, except when it's something else, like a steak, or a jam donut, or an apple dumpling, or whatever its owner wants it to be, and it never runs out.
Not subjectable.
Subjectable?
I'm tired.
Okay. No matter how
it's 12:20 in the morning.
no matter how many slices you cut off, there's always something left over. It's magic. But when the magic pudding is also alive, it walks and it talks, and it's got a personality like no other. A meaner, sulkier, snidier, snarlinger pudding you've never met. So Bunyip Bluegum, the koala bear, finds out when he joins Barnacle Bill, the sailor, and Sam Sawnoff, the penguin bold, as members of the Noble Society of Pudding Owners. Who's... That's what they call themselves? That's great. The Noble Society of Pudding Owners. Who's...
I read you the Pudding Owners Oath, didn't I?
No, that's right. That's right, you did. Yeah. Whose members are required to wander along the roads, indulging in conversation, song and story, and eating at regular intervals from the pudding.
It's such a simple life.
That's not the worst thing ever. It doesn't sound like.
No, it's not. But they're basically just swagmen. At that point, they're just swagmen that have a magic pudding.
What's a swagman?
Just wanderer, hobo, that sort of thing.
Ah.
But it's more like they live in the bush sort of deal, if I remember correctly.
Wild and woolly,
It's
funny and outrageously fun, the magic pudding stands somewhere between Alice in Wonderland and The Stinky Cheese Man as one of the craziest books ever written for young readers. I've never even heard of The Stinky Cheese Man.
I don't know what that is either.
Praise. I think it's the funniest children's book ever written. One of the greatest strengths of this book is its illustration from Lindsay himself. He was best known as a visual artist, including producing thousands of paintings, etchings, drawings, and sculptures, but his pictures for the magic pudding are his best work in my view. They are so vigorous and absurd, so strongly characterized and brilliantly detailed, that my eye delights in them still. Phil Pullman from his favorite children's book, Publishers Weekly, December 2015. Publishers Weekly, no shit. That's not a pretty wide publication house. Yeah, so a lot of a robust fantasy. The Magic Pudding was first published in 1918, but shows few signs of age. It's part of a handsome new collection of reprints, published on the New York Review of Books. Oh, published by the New York Review of Books. Now we know why they're reviewing it. They're shilling their own fucking publication. Motherfucker.
Well, fuck you. Fuck you.
I tell you, chat, I'm not the kind of guy that would ever self-shill. I decry such abhorrent activities. On an unrelated note,
No, you don't.
there's my Streamlabs link in chat where you can tip your bartender if you're so inclined. Who would ever shill themselves? Oh my god.
Yeah. Whoever would? Huh.
And advertising yourself like on a community poster is one thing, but to do it digitally like they are,
Scandalous.
it's scandalous. Pay no attention to the similarity to Streamlabs, which I just posted in chat if you feel like being your bartender. Oh man. Okay, Far. I think it's about time that we start winding her down. I think we should give a few minutes to chat. Chat can ask any questions that they might have, and after this is last call. Get your drinks while the drinking's good.
Oh god, I mean, I'm still in Discord, and I can hear Platty, and she's just like, she just said, like, give me back my girlfriend, you bastard.
What, to the pudding or to me? What did I do?
I don't know. She's just like, out of nowhere, just hear like this tired voice go, give me back my girlfriend, you bastard. It's like...
Yeah, and as we're winding down, we will leave a picture of the Vegemite.
Yeah, okay, she's clarifying. She's saying, yeah, you motherfucking order. That is exactly what she said.
Man. We're talking about pudding. What's the problem? Oh, yeah. Last call, you want all the rum? Give me all the rum. Like, that sounds like a guy who's got like a Tommy 45 under his arm. Give me all the rum. You know why I find this picture so unfortunate? Here.
Why?
Hold on. Well, it's the Vegemite worms. That's the one. I don't need to share my screen for you to see it. It's the Vegemite worms. I find it disturbing because somebody might be like tricked into thinking that was, what's that, hazelnut chocolate spread, or just
What, Nutella?
Nutella, or a chocolate spread. But no,
No one's getting fooled.
it's salty yeast spread. No one's.
one is getting fucking fooled to think that shit's Nutella.
I might have thought it was Nutella.
It's a different consistency.
Look at it. Come on. That doesn't look like a chocolate cocoa spread to you?
No. No.
Oh, hold on. We can embiggen the picture. Come on.
Vegemite is
look.
darker.
No.
The
Cocoa's dark
one.
like that.
Yeah, but it's also a different consistency, man.
A frosty sarsaparilla. Well, it's a strange time of year, Lion Patriot, to be ordering a frosty sarsaparilla, but I haven't had one of those in years. I'd like one. You know what I haven't had in over a year? A mint julep. And even though it's not the right time of year for one, it's nowhere near to the Kentucky
what?
Derby. A mint julep. Okay, so you take bourbon and raw sugar and mint, and you mush them up in a glass with, and the result is a mint julep. It's like fucking awesome. It's minty, sweet, bourbony excellence.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
What? Don't Australians have go-to drinks other than Foster's?
Oh, fuck off.
And unbearably fruity wine?
Hey, you leave. You leave our wine out of this.
Our wine is a national treasure. Well, Australian
I
wine.
mean, I might not like it, but it's a national treasure.
Australian wine actually sells very, very well everywhere. So it's, yeah.
That's good to know.
No, it actually does. It's you can make fun of a lot of wines, but Australian wine isn't one of them. But it is insanely fruity. Like, if you thought Napa or Russian River Valley cabs were fruity, holy fuck. Try a really fat Shiraz from Australia. It's like biting into something that's artificially fruit flavored, but it's not. It's all real fruit. It's wild.
Yeah, no corn syrup here.
Hey, you leave our corn out of it. What the hell?
No.
And so you sent Platy some Milo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta ask Platy about that. I'm curious about her reaction and descriptions
Yeah,
of the
she-
taste and flavor and stuff.
Yeah, she told me she genuinely enjoyed it.
And
I
it's sort of an unfortunate thing because Platy could have sent you a bag of cornmeal and you could have made corn muffins or cornbread and seen how awesome the awesome is.
I've had cornbread before. I don't mind it. I'm just saying, corn syrup. Keep that shit out.
Evil One says, "Good night, all. Polly stick me outside in the cold for Christmas, so I've taken something to help me get over being sick since Polly doesn't have medical." Well, this is 1942. No one has medical, but we appreciate you watching our Evil One. Have a good day, or good night. You said, yeah, you're off to bed. So
Is that
all
the
right.
true reason why you've said it in this time period, so you don't have to pay for medical?
Shh.
It's not the aesthetic, it's not the theme, it's just so you don't have to pay for basic medical.
It's not the lack of health inspections of the bar itself. No, it's got nothing to do with the lack of regulations or employee welfare.
No, not at all.
No, it's simply for the music and the music alone. I swear to you. Kirkano taken down Polydub's corn crop. Is the USG paying to not grow corn, Polly? Is the United States government paying you to not grow corn? See, the payment for corn conspiracies, well, I don't know if you really want to call them conspiracy theories. Farm aid is, I don't know if that's a big thing in Australia, but it's a big thing in the United States where farmers are paid a lot of money because you need farmers, right? And so they're paid to equal out the rough years versus the good years, because being a farmer can be an extremely rough trade, but it's an extremely old and needed trade that people are farmers. You know what I mean? So the government supports them in a lot of ways. And so you can go online and you can find things that are right next door to conspiracy theories saying the reason there's so much corn is because the government is actually paying farmers to grow corn because it's an extremely robust crop, and lobbying firms, etc., have promoted so much subsidy for corn farmers that they can sell their corn product at an insanely cheap rate. So, you know, why would you use cane sugar when you can buy high fructose corn syrup at 1/100th the price because of government subsidies, and it's shelf stable and lasts 5 times as long as anything made with corn sugar or cane sugar? You know, then other people will say, no, that's not the conspiracy. The conspiracy is the United States government paying people to not grow corn. So I don't know. Agricultural conspiracies are a little outside my wheelhouse, especially when I'm, what am I? At least 9 drinks deep at this point because I'm freehand pouring.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Yeah, what? I'm not measuring my shots. Real men shouldn't measure their shots unless you're drinking them as shots. If you're just pouring them into a glass as I am, you should just be free pouring. Sinatra decides to say something by saying, that's not a conspiracy theory, that's what's actually happening, lol. Which one? The super subsidization or the payment to not grow corn? Because, I mean, both of them are everywhere you look. The people championing the conspiracy theory, anyway. And by the way, Sinatra, I didn't get to talk to you before Christmas or during. So Merry Christmas, man. I hope you had a good one. Did you see the depressing ass video that Sinatra put up on his channel for Christmas?
No.
Oh, here's Netflix doing a special on Jesus is gay and Mary smokes weed. And then what was it?
Oh, I've seen that in my feed. I just haven't watched it.
And I
haven't had the heart to watch it, you know? Like, do I really want to...
Not exactly festive, right?
Yeah, it's like, do I really want to see how bad this is? I mean, I like a certain level of cringe, but I don't know if that's it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, and I forget, it was a twofold video where he did about, like, the Netflix special, and I forget what the other one was, but it's not like Sin was not aware. He's like, so I know this is really great for Christmas, so Merry Christmas, everyone.
Oh, God.
Dick. Hey, Six, what's going on? I'm going up to PetSmart to rip them a new hole from which to poop. Oh. Did they treat your pets badly or sell you bad dog chow? What happened?
Yeah, Jesus, man.
Six asks, how am I doing? I'm doing very well, because this is the first day of Christmas. The 12 days of Christmas are a thing. They celebrated in colonial times. We're going to celebrate it now, damn it. Christmas ends on January 6th.
It's not colonial times, Polly. Let it go.
You hear this? We should disavow George Washington, is what she's saying. Yeah, right.
That's not what I'm saying.
You stick to your Aussieisms and leave colonial times alone. Oh, right.
Well, you leave Milo out of this then. Holy fuck.
It's chunky chocolate milk. No.
It is not. Oh, God. Why do you have to always make it sound disgusting? Why?
Oh, shit.
Why?
Okay, I remember Sin talking about, like, okay, he got a bad aquarium or one that wasn't working. He's going out to PetSmart because they sold a bad aquarium, and it killed $200 in fish and shrimp. Now, the second part of the $200 were the fish and shrimp I hadn't heard about. Jesus. It rotted immediately and turned to fungus, which killed everything.
Oh, my God.
That is... I don't know anything about aquarium keeping. Is there, like, a sanitary agent you're supposed to run through a aquarium before you put water in? I don't even know if you're supposed to use straight tap water in an aquarium. I'm completely uninformed on it.
You can, but it depends what kind of fish.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're not gonna put saltwater fish in a...
Oh God, I'm hearing chatty in my ear. She's just heard the bit about the fucking Milo and she's, yeah, no, she's right. It's not chunky milk.
Well,
what the fuck, man?
okay,
Come
go-
here and
and-
listen to me talk about it, bitch.
And
She had to go.
it's Gilcado says grass is. I'm reading two things at the same time and I'm drunk. Gilcado says Milo is not chunky. Chunks are big. Okay, it's got floaties in it. It's not. It's not.
This is like the pie floaters again. Stop making it sound disgusting. Stop that. Bad order.
And Rich says, with Milo, you put like 8 tablespoons in the milk. Really? 8?
You can. I mean, I always dump a whole bunch in there.
No wonder you guys have like soccer players and other athletic people on the labels that I've seen. You're putting in, that much sugar and carbohydrates in a drink. It's going to be worth something in terms of caloric intake.